So my top 5 favorite churches that I found in LA. Hey guys, it's Ashley. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. Just answering all your questions, or at least the main ones that I've been asked a lot. Like, did you guys hear that? That was Charlie. I turned off the fan so it wouldn't be loud, and now it's like burning up. Wait. Right now, if you're wondering what time of the year it is, first of all, LA won the Super Bowl. Woo! TikTok is cracking me up where Julia Fox is like,
I mean, I was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut Gems.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like things like that.
So funny. Anyways, also y'all, I take back what I said about Euphoria. It took a turn and I love it now. Like, it's been so crazy, so much drama. Zendaya will be getting her second Emmy. Calling it now. Yeah. Okay, let's get into this video. I'm really excited because I've seen a lot of the same questions and I like never actually answer them in one place. So I'm just gonna answer a bunch of them right here that I've been like avoiding. But I haven't been avoiding them on purpose. I don't get around to answering them, or like sometimes they're too personal to put in writing, so I gotta just say it or generalize it a little more. Like, I'm not gonna tell you exactly what city I live in. That's concerning. So, and it's unsafe. So if you see me keep looking over there, it's because Charlie, my dog, Charlie, he might have to join the video today, guys. Let's let Charlie join the video. Charlie. Also, shout out to Merit Beauty. This is one of my favorite lip glosses. All right now, okay. I'm here, Charlie. Hey, he has an attitude with me right now. Questions on my laptop. So it says, what is the best area to move in LA for a new actor? And I would say, I love the Valley. The Valley is really nice. It's a great area because a lot of new people, new actors come to the Valley area because it still has the LA vibe. I like the Valley because it's more residential, and then they have like apartments, and they're way more affordable than in, you know, Century City, Beverly Hills, Hollywood. Like, if you have the funds or like someone supporting you and you just want to live in West Hollywood, I'm sure you could find somewhere. But a lot of people move to the Valley. Koreatown, I still found that area kind of crowded, so I'm liking the Valley right now. And then there's like the Valley, I mean, there's the other part of the Valley, which is like Thousand Oak, Calabasas, things like that. Hey, Charlie. Someone said, by the way, what is the name of the church you found? So last week I was talking about in my last video that I have been searching for a really good church, and you know, for safety purposes, I'm gonna name my top 5 favorite churches that I found in LA. So my top 5 favorite churches that I found in LA, I really like Oasis, One Church LA, Faithful Central, Mosaic, and Zoe, Zoe LA. But yeah, a lot of the churches out here are very modern. I grew up in like a Presbyterian church, and then I started going to like a Baptist church. Zoe, Oasis, Mosaic, One LA, and Faithful Central are all amazing churches. If you live out here, one of them, I'm telling you, one of them you're gonna get a good message out of, because all of those have had really good messages that have spoke to me, and they're like right on time. So try one of those. Okay, someone asked me, what made you switch from journalism to acting? So I realized that journalism was a limitation that I was putting onto myself. I wasn't allowing myself to dream bigger, knowing that like my 12-year-old self, while I was doing all these cool internships for journalism and like media, I felt like my 12-year-old self was being like, come on, Ashley, like, be real. You know you actually want to act. I was doing a lot of things that I almost wanted to do. Journalism is a lot of storytelling. You're interviewing people. Like, I was telling stories about cool things and cool people, and I was interviewing or doing profiles on like my inspirations, and I was just in really cool spaces, but I wanted to be in there in a different way. I didn't want to be a spectator. I kind of wanted to be, I want to be a part of stories in a different way, not telling the stories as a newsworthy person, but like being more creative. Journalism isn't creative enough for me, and you don't really get to put your opinion in it unless you're doing opinion pieces. So yeah, I decided during college I just wanted to truly immerse myself. Why is he crying? The puppy is crying. What careers can you get in journalism? You can be a photojournalist, reporter, anchor, news producer, editor like of a magazine. You could be a social media producer, TV host, entertainment reporter. I used to want to be an entertainment reporter. When I was still lying to myself about what I wanted to do, I could see myself hosting. And also because I just do YouTube, it gives off hosty vibes sometimes. How do you maintain your lifestyle while pursuing acting? Do you work full-time? I feel like if I get a a full-time job that would take away from me studying and learning the craft. On the other hand, I do need financial security to pay bills, acting classes, and eventually relocating to LA. Any advice? I have a lot on this. So time management, being shameless, sacrifice, here are a few breakdowns. No, I'm just, that's besides the point. So basically I work part-time, weekends and evenings, and I really try to keep my weekdays as open as possible, like as I possibly can. There are some exceptions where I will work during the week, but I really try not to. So right now I'm a theater associate, and then I'm also a brand ambassador with like a brand ambassador agency. I work like 3 times a week, and it's always evenings because we're doing screenings. So it's always like after 5, which is great for me because that whole day is free for me to like do auditions. And then sometimes it's on the weekend and it can be all day. So I pretty much sacrifice my weekends a lot. Like I don't do fun things on Saturdays because I'm usually working some type of event for the brand ambassador work. Last week I was working Super Bowl experience, which was actually a really cool opportunity. I was working with Invisalign, and that was a bomb opportunity. Honestly, they gave us some Lululemon outfits, but I was working, I think I worked 12 hours in a day. So I worked 12-hour shifts, like a 10-hour shift, 8.5 hours, and this was like for 2 weeks. So 2 weekends straight, I worked like probably 48 hours. That sounds crazy, but literally like, and that happens a lot. Like probably like once a week I'll get a notice about a job in the following week. One thing I like about both of these jobs that I have is that they haven't overlapped as of yet. That's a good thing. And 2, they're both flexible. So like if I'm busy, I don't have to work. Like I'll just, if I end up getting an audition or I have classes, let's say I want to take classes on a Tuesday. For both of those part-time jobs, I say my availability is not open on Tuesday. You basically just have to communicate your availability with your manager so that they know, you know, you're working somewhere else or you're doing something. You don't have to tell them, but I'm pretty honest at this point. People know that I'm an actor at both of my jobs because I'm just like, I can't hide anymore. And you guys are gonna know at some point, so I'm just gonna tell you now. The BA work is way more consistent because there's like always something going on, and also with, you know, there have been a lot of like opportunities to work COVID testing sites. I wasn't crazy about doing this because I felt like I was putting myself out there. I felt very vulnerable. But if you don't care about like working at COVID testing site or like a little registration, then that's like consistent weekend opportunity of pay. That's like consistent income. I just couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to commit, because sometimes you have stuff to do on Saturdays. Like sometimes there are shoots that go on Saturdays, so I didn't want to commit 9 weeks of COVID testing, you know? I'm also very picky about what jobs I take because like I need to protect my peace. It's important for me when I'm working a part-time job that whatever I'm doing is bringing me some type of joy. I'm around people who are like me, like-minded people, and like there's nothing wrong with working waitress jobs or as a barista or as a bartender, but I feel like I have skills in other areas that I can like put towards other jobs that will bring me way higher income. So that's like how I got a job at the academy. My resume kind of spoke to that. They saw that I had industry experience, and then for the BA work also they saw my resume. So it's like I was able to leverage my past experience to get these jobs. So definitely try to like build your resume with industry experience. Yeah. It's a hustle, guys. You really have to hustle, but you don't have to struggle. Hustle, but don't struggle. That's my thing. I've worked with amazing people. I've made friends with a lot of actors. Like, oh my God, like on one of the shows I watched, and I was like, why does that guy look familiar? It was literally one of my coworkers. And same with the brand ambassador work. One of the girls working with me was just on a Hulu show. Like even actors who are like working, established, they're still like doing part-time jobs. It was confirmation that like I'm doing the right thing. I'm still in the right place because I'm surrounded by working, booking people. So yeah, I've worked jobs that I've hated. I've worked jobs that like I ended up quitting. I've had 2 full-time jobs out here. So I've definitely worked my fair share of jobs I don't like. Like I've tried audience work where you go to like a talk show like AFV or Dr. Phil, or like show kind of like America's Got Talent, and you sit in the audience and you get paid for the day. Those are kind of a lot for me. I don't like those very much. And I don't like extra work because it makes me feel like it's a lot of sitting around on set waiting and then you don't have lines. It's a good experience to like see how set works, but you're not gonna be available to audition if you're working extra work every single day. Also, I have a roommate. I've had a roommate since I moved out here. First, I had 2 roommates and my rent was very cheap. Like it was not hard to make money for rent there. And then here I split rent with my sister, and like I always come up with the money, but the problem is some months I make less than I expect, or some months I make more. And my sister has a full-time job. But as far as a lifestyle, I really have a simple lifestyle. Like I don't go out a lot. It's very occasional. I get groceries, I get gas, like I do my self-tapes, I pay for self-tape services sometimes, I pay for coaching, pay for class, like casting websites. So I just try to keep it real simple to what I need, so that all that other stuff, like the other fun and stuff, doesn't really weigh me down. Also for the academy, like I get to watch free movies. And I literally just got a full-time remote work from home job. It's based in Atlanta, so the good thing about that is it's a social media producer job. I'll tell you guys more about it. I decided that I wanted like a full-time remote job because I want consistent income. And so hopefully this one is a lot more chill than my other ones, because I did have another remote job and it like took up my whole life. And I'm so excited because it's fully remote, work from home, 3 hours ahead of me, so I still should have like a lot of time to work on auditions. I'll be able to go to class in the evenings. Like it's not gonna mess that up. And I feel like I need more consistent income. Like I like having part-time jobs, but sometimes it's a lot of running around. It's still a lot of uncertainty, and I think having this full-time job will kind of like give me some type of structure rather than working multiple different shifts around the clock on weekends. And I want my weekends back, honestly. Every job starts off chill, so we're gonna see what happens. So my advice would be to try brand ambassador work, try like theater jobs. Theater staff jobs they're perfect. You get to watch movies, you get to work flexible hours, and you're making money. And it's like you're doing something that you love to do. So as long as you pick a part-time job or find one that is innovating and elevating you at the same time as giving you the money you need, that's good. Like don't put your safety in danger for any check, you know what I'm saying? And of course now working remote, so just getting a job that's remote and doesn't ask a lot of you, because even at my job that was really crazy and hectic, I still was like studying my lines on the side after I got my work done. So as long as you get your work done, do what you gotta do. Like you're at home. Self-tapes are at home. You don't have to like leave work and go to auditions anymore. You can work remote, do your self-tape. You're all in the same place. So it works. See, at Howard, we learned how to really work around these things. And I think that's where I learned, like Howard literally showed me that anything is possible. You just have to like bet on yourself. You have to know that you're able to do it. I can do a more in-depth video later, but I want to answer more questions. What do you do to memorize all your lines? For line memorization, I don't focus so much on memorizing anymore. I just focus on understanding what I'm saying. I focus on what I'm saying, but I also focus on what the other person is saying to me, so that I can know why I said why I'm saying what I'm saying. And then if it's like a super monologue that you have to like know by like tomorrow, I write it out a lot, just to like get it ingrained into my head. That works for me. I heard you're not supposed to do this, but sometimes I run lines, like I record the other lines and like say them. I heard that you're not supposed to do that, but hey, let me know how you guys memorize lines. I need some new tactic. I actually just had an interview with HBCU in LA, and I was wondering what it was like when you had an interview with them. If you guys don't know, I did a program called HBCU in LA. Bomb, it's really the reason that I got to LA. I didn't actually interview with the program until I applied. They sent me back letting me know that I was a finalist and that I had to make a video. After my video, Sony and another company reached out to me and I interviewed with them. After my interview with Sony, then HBCU in LA called me and told me I got the job at Sony, and it was amazing. Good online acting classes. I took a really good intensive at Margie Haber. She has a really good online intensive. I feel like I've grown a lot as an actor after that. After that class, I feel like my understanding of acting changed a lot. So you guys should definitely try that. And one of my friends is taking a class at Anthony Abeson right now, which is in New York. I actually might take a class with them next. I guess I was talking too much because my camera was very low. But if you guys have more questions, feel free to drop them down below. I can answer in the comments like briefly, or you can DM me and I can make one for like the next week or the week after that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to me and Charlie today. And now we're making weekly videos, new videos every Thursday. So you already know what I'm about to say. I will see you in my next video.